wrinkles. Ghost wrinkles, that's cool. This is the topic for today. Ghost wrinkles and some details. Correcting some stuff after posing. And feel free to use chat to ask you questions about, I don't know, maybe you want to become a 3D artist too, or you already and have some questions, have some tips too. I'm interested in. Yeah, we have chat here. Yeah, where is this? Question: did you go to school to learn sculpting, or are you self-taught? Partly. I my main education, my main degree is a translator, so an interpreter. I worked as a translator for 5 years or more. Then I decided that I don't like it and would become a artist. And I understood it, but I just simply tried it. I tried Blender, and I don't know, it was so inspiring, so I started just to learning by myself, but it took too much time, so I just also decided that I need some courses or something like that, and I found courses on the internet, and it like a shortcut. It's like a shortcut to your, I don't know, to the certain level. When you go to the courses, you have the all information all structured or given you by small portions, so you can just learn it. And then you have a certain level after these courses, and you can go by yourself. Just you have a good tough base of your modeling that and your design and your art skills too. So after some time, after these courses, you just go by yourself. And when you go by yourself, all by yourself, without any courses, you can do that, but it will take a lot of time, much more. So you pay for your time regarding courses. So let's start. For today, I prepared these two minis. This is the Doomsday Division veterans, so it's Grenadier and a Trooper. These two minis are part of a set of monopose miniatures for Daka Daka Patreon. I already done my build kit version, so for now I need to prepare 5 guys, 5 monopose guys with some I don't know how to say it, some distinct poses and some details that are no in build kit, and no in other pre-assembled guys that are pre-assembled. So monopose squad, there are 10 guys. It contains of 5 guys that are built from the build kit parts, so they're not quite they're interesting, but they have some troubles with no, with emotion and with some details, because of the parts must be separated. So when you build in your model of the build kit, so you have some restrictions in it. And when other 5 guys that are this one, they're built by the sculptor, and they could be built more, I don't know, with more plastic in the pose, with more details that goes like horses that go through the whole body, and claws can be more freely placed. on different parts of the body, so more fluidly. Yeah. So these two guys are mana poses that are prepared by the sculptor, part of the mana pose kit squad. So for today you can choose the 4 people there. You can type whatever grenade or trooper in the chat, so we choose who will be the first. Just type in the chat grenade or trooper. Let's choose. Crouching guy, yeah, it's always hard to do crouching with this Games Workshop style models. That's kind of pain. It's okay. So where do we start? Yeah, I think crouching guy would be yes, this part. So whatever. So I decide. If you choose like this, then it's bad for you. Yeah, you're gonna fight. No. If you choose the opposite, since I'm choosing right now. I have done a little more with this guy, so you see more details here. Maybe I choose the crouching guy first, because his pants, this will be funny, I think. It's always funny, so you think that models like crouching poses, they're difficult to pose firstly, because of the proportions. Proportions of this kind of models are, the hands are short, so you know, it's a miniature proportions that the hands are short, arms are short, hands are big, legs short, but the boots are big, and size of a head quite ginormous, and something like that. So posing something interesting with it kind of challenging sometimes. Like this pose. This pose is good too, just because it has this plane of motion, so from every view. And in 3D models, you need, when you're doing a pose 3D modeling, you always need to see it from all the perspectives, all the views. So when it's on a tabletop, so like this, it must be no glitching and no mistakes, because eye of a man is, our eye of a human is such a thing when you every man can distinctly found a mistake in your model regarding pose, because every day every human see people in different poses, and if your model is posed quite off, so kind of off, it distinctly say it's something off. Maybe that man even don't know what's off with the model, but he definitely knows it's off. So you need always check what every view, so it be good looking and no mistakes. For reference, I always choose some live people. There are a lot of in the Pinterest. Just type whatever you want, the crouching pose and whatever. There's a lot of real people photos of the crouching, of whatever you want, running, jumping, with rifles, with swords, or whatever. It's a good reference. Also, I like to find some comic books. Yeah, comic books poses are so distinct, so emotional, so I don't know, they're so powerful, and for miniatures it's the best way because miniatures are small. You only have a few instruments to use, like silhouettes, like big details. So silhouettes is the first, and comic books poses have this strong silhouettes. So maybe this reference are the best for the miniatures. So maybe we start and also I forget about this. Sometimes I just do poses myself and just taking photos in the mirror, or just ask my friends to take photo of me doing some silly stuff like crouching with a mop, I don't know, with some stick, whatever, and using a blanket or whatever to make this cork. Yeah, that's also fun. Uh, so let's see another question and go for sculpting. Yeah, sometimes, yeah. With the poses, of course, you just can mirror it in the blender. It's like this. Working good also, yeah. It's just to give you the opportunity of fresh eye on your model. So when you working on the model for some time, your eye just get, I don't know, some dull, like dull little and stupid. You just can't see your mistakes anymore after some time you're working on the model. So like every artist, you need some feedback. In Taiga Studios, we have our daily feedback sessions. So we gather in all the artists together and watching each other's work and commenting, giving feedback. It's a good opportunity to learn something, to see whatever you don't see in your work. So yeah. So let's go for pants first. Pants. I will answer the. You can write down questions. I answer later, maybe after 10 minutes of sculpting. Not only just go around the model all the time. So, boom. Yeah. Forgot models, you're right. And with miniatures, you could also sometimes forget that the scene is very small when you see it in such a big way on your display. So on the screen, it's like a giant, but when it's printed, it's kinda a couple of centimeters. And it's also a skill to not make details too small that hard to paint. So let's go sculpting. For the first subdivision to 5, I use Blender, so it's not kinda sculpting in a traditional way. It's more like building your character with points and dots. Yeah. It's distinct. It's a big difference. What's the model in a viewport and a real world? Yeah. So printing your minis, it's a good way to practice too. So let's go for the pens. So as I work in the Blender, I just make a pants with some subdivision stuff, this subdivided mesh. Oh, also it's everything on the soldier. Firstly, it's a subdivided cube. Like pretty much in 80% of cases, it's a cube at first. So these polygons are not very much of polygons here, so it's easy to manipulate, to, I don't know, maybe change something like that. Go for the pants. Yeah, we subdivided it to 5, so apply our subdivision, apply our scale, and go for sculpting. I'm sculpting with a mouse, so because it's a little model and it has a little of closing here, so not a big flaps of course, like clocks and something and chords. So I just do it with my mouse. It's easier and faster, I think. Not taking a big tablet out, just make some good wrinkles. So at first we need to fix some of this stuff. So give this guy a little more butt. And also use a proportional dummy inside the model. So as you can see, it's like this. So arms and a body also. Just to not to lose my proportions while posing. It's also a big mistake among sculptors of the miniatures, that proportions could be lost while posing, and it's prevented. So I see my knees and my anchor points to have a good posture. After that, it also helps when I do wrinkles. So I use brush, 0 around. It's not distinct amount, but I used to these numbers. So and grease sharp here. For first we, I don't know, maybe we firstly elastic snake hook and do some, just because these pants I have a lot of additional clothes, they're not so tight, so clothes is going down on the boots. Because this, you need to add some stuff like this, so it just falls down in the boots, make this effect. Also here, let's adjust, goes down here. So these kinds of army pants are always on the Games Workshop models, and a lot of this. Maybe it goes down like this. Yeah, okay. Yes, that's good. And now this for now, we just need to also fix our code. Just have a so simple grid, so we don't need to do so much. We just grab it, drag it right here, drag it up. Also, while modeling as a miniature, you always need to notice that things like holes, and try to try to avoid them like here. So you try to stick everything to the body. So every ribbon, every belt, every pouch, everything must be watertight. No holes. Otherwise, after the dynamation, after remeshing, it will be holes there. And when you print this mini, there will be a leakage of of the alcohol mixed with the resin, and this stuff gonna, I don't know, it's disgusting. It's sticky also, so you better assure that you don't have any holes in your mini, so before you printing it. Blowing up, oh. I don't know, maybe when it left on the sun or it's heated up. Yeah. But if this not intentional stuff, like while you're modeling, you can have like, I'll show you, maybe stuff like, I don't know, if you have this deleted, maybe, no, maybe right here, yeah. If you have like something like this, and this go like here, and then go here, and this goes, I don't know, maybe, and imagine we don't have this faces here, and it's just, I don't know, maybe some stuff like this. Maybe it's this face. So this one, and you don't have this here. So this may go on too far. There's a little hole here, so like entrance for the resin, and it can go deep. So while you're washing your models, it just can't reach the deep of the model. And the straps, it's not like a traps, it has out for the resin, so the traps it inside, it's liquefied by your dissolver, like alcohol or whatever, and it's not like a resin, it's like more liquidy, watery, and it's still sticky, and if it gets on your clothes, it's dead. So you can just throw it, you never wash it away. So in Dhaka we always check it twice, 3 times. I'll check it, then the guy who I check it the first while modeling, check it the second time after remeshing, decimating for the straps and for this bubbles. After that, the guy who is making supports also check it. It's 3 times checking. After that, at our shop where we test printing, the first time the guy after the printing and after washing the model, after it dries out, the guy is searching for the holes and for the traps. So it's 4 times checking. For all models. So we just know what kind of pain it has to get these traps and the resin on your clothes, so we don't want it for our for guys who bought our models and who got it on the Patreon. Yeah, after some time I think the scabbard would be, and just take it from the floor and place it all like this into the floor. It would be so stiff, like, I don't know. Disgusting. So go for the wrinkles. So the garden pants, almost all wrinkles starts in the crotch area here in the center. So let's stabilize. and goes like here, one inner, one outer, smooth out, and they always go straight, so like straight lines. It never goes like this, like that, so it's always a straight line. Maybe need to fix this a little too. So he needs some volume here too, of course. And then go here. I had a coworker who worked in our shop, and he had pants. No, I think he has his pants right now. It was so stiff, like armor. It's his working workshop clothes. So well, he's always working with the resin minis, so he's, I don't know, and he just wiped his hands with his pants, and this pants become so stiff. Yeah, it was like an armor. You just can't. You had a knife, and you just can't pierce it with a knife, because I don't know, it's so soaked with the resin already. So it's funny. So let's go back. Add some here. Also here. Smooth it out a little. It's okay to do it with your mouse while the wrinkles are like very schematic. They're not like real. They're really stylized. You need. I always check. Am I doing right while sculpting, just to get back from the mini and see. If I can see my work right here, it's okay. If it becomes like unnoticeable on this distance, so maybe I do overdone something, and just to get back to the big details. So after this it goes down. Like this. Yeah, of course you can do it with a drone tablet, of course. It's just for me. I used to do it with a mouse, but it's not like a cut program. Blender is a I don't know, it's Blender. It's blending everything in one program, so you can just model with the polygons, with subdivision modeling, so it's easy, like plasticity. Also another 3D programs that use hotkeys of Blender, and you can do hard surface modeling there, and it's use splines like curvatures. So you can use curves like here Taiga has curves, but it's surface curves here. So plasticity has this opportunity to go like this and whatever you want. But it's more like for people who had a lack of art education. I don't know. It's a joke. For me, as I'm not a traditional sculptor in a way that in an academic way. So if you go to the art school and there you have sculpting courses, so you had real life sculpting, and also digital sculpting, I don't know, maybe, yeah. And you have an anatomy study, you have an art study, and composition study, proportion studies, and a lot of the stuff. So after this, you become like more confident, and tablet needs this confidence. I think it's just for me. I use tablet, of course, but for complicated things, more complicated than just wrinkles on a little mini. But in our studio, we have more people using ZBrush for everything. Somebody use ZBrush mixed with Blender, some making some basic stuff in Blender. They go to ZBrush and make small wrinkles, some, I don't know, textures, and whatever into ZBrush. So it's very depends on every sculptor. So as I said earlier, it's not very important what program do you using, because they're almost the same. Yes, ZBrush gives you an opportunity to make some organic stuff more fluently. It could work with a big amount of polygons at the same time. But Blender gives you, I don't know, somebody says the Blender interface is a mess, but ZBrush interface is I don't know, if it's mess, to ZBrush it's a nightmare for the newcomers. It's just for me. Also, maybe for people whose first 3D program was ZBrush, it's okay, and a Blender is horrible. But for me, oh man, I tried ZBrush for several times, for maybe 2 or 3 times. No, it's so, I don't know, because it's evolved from the 2D program. So its firstly it was for drawing, just a program for drawing, and after these years where it's become program for 3D, there are a lot of stuff that not really needed in 3D, and it has some strange things like rudimental things. I don't know how to say that. So ZBrush not for everyone, maybe. But it's a powerful tool. It's an industry standard for the games, for the computer games. Blender may be a little, but most of the time people who doing characters, they're using Blender or ZBrush. And also Blender is a free program. You just can download it and go for everything you want. To try 3D for the first time, Blender is a good way. You need to waste your money. You just also ZBrush have a trial time, like 30 days maybe. Also, it has a student's version, so it's cheaper. There are different ways. So on the minis we need also every time the sun color must be very distinct. So from a side we could see the proportions. So if it would be just mess of pants without knee, without everything is round, so on some distance it just lost. So because of this we need to do this sharp edges here, sharp edges here, to get our proportion right from the distance. Parametric cut, yeah. The embedded difference. This angle view. Yeah, I think some programs could have features. Some programs, every program have a good feature. So good way is just mixing stuff. You doing something. Blender, just go to ZBrush. We have in our company some sculptors who have pipeline like Blender ZBrush, and it's working very fast and very good. So no problems with that. And I also have sculptors who work only in ZBrush and sometimes are struggling with something. And the people who have various programs in the toolbox. So say, like, I don't know, more versatile. I don't know, maybe it's okay for the pants already. I'll say about this thing, we need to make this crease between stuff with different materials. So here's the become little occlusion, like here, and you see the shadow. Wow, you painting this mini, the paint not goes over these creases, so it's easier to paint. So it's no problem if you have work. Everybody have. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, and you also could watch this lately on YouTube, maybe, if you have free time. Yeah, about references. For the goals, it's also. And lovely evening to you guys too. So hi, we're here modeling some stuff and talking, chatting. So I found reference for folds. Yeah, for the first time I'm doing times maybe. I'm doing folds. Yeah, of course I used it. It's a reference from Pinterest also. Just go to Pinterest, wrinkles, cause wrinkles, and squat, and something like this. Every pose you want, and every, I think, garment you want. So it's a pants or whatever. Just go for it. And first time I used it, but for now I made, yeah, I don't know, maybe tens, maybe not hundreds, I don't know, maybe 100 of pens like this on this model. So for now I don't need it, just because it's quite the same thing every time. I think it's enough for this guy. Just check grease right here. So yeah, it's a good grease here. Would be good for painting. Also good, just default it here, like fold goes down, pants goes down, yeah. Some like, yeah. Maybe some little wrinkles here, just to show it goes into the boots. Like, yeah. And maybe some small cells here. Here, just this goes down. As it goes down, it's anchor points like here. So the main thing about clothes in a garment sculpting is anchor points, where the clothes is getting stuck or just hanging on something, and while it's hanging, so it's a places like here and like here maybe, and no, the surface here, like here or like here. It's just here no wrinkles, goes down, here wrinkles, here no wrinkles again. So it's not that difficult. So if you see the stuff, also you need to know where the stitches are. So pants consist of two separate parts. It's like here. And while you spreading your legs, it goes like this. So that's all. It's not so hard. Also, for miniatures, it's enough like this primitive stylized stuff. We're not doing some antique sculpture. We're doing a miniature to look good after painting, easy for painting, and looking good on the table from the distance, and depends on its small size. So wrinkles like this is okay. Maybe some wrinkles here because it's going down. Let me see. Maybe not. No, it's stretched here, so there will be no wrinkles. Okay, next we go to scrape pens. Next we'll go to our coat. Maybe save it for the if we get some mistakes, so we have a backup for us. So just place it right here. So go for subdivision to 5, convert to mesh, addition scale. I have a inner mesh too. Oh, it's left from the build kit. I use this like a dummy for my inter-shoulder lens to match it with the original models of Games Workshop. So you just use our hand. You can use our build kit hands with other stuff. And all the guard stuff are interchangeable. So hands from the two-handed stuff like rifles or something from, I don't know, Alcatraz goes for Doomsday Division 2. I don't know who, maybe somebody wanted this. But you can do this. It's because we try to maintain the same dimensions for our minis. Pretty same. So if it's guards, every guard will have the interchangeable parts. So between the different armies and different releases. Yeah, just the mesh, join the stuff and by scale. Mesh maybe 0.035, something like this. Yeah. Oh, we need to no, something that maybe this is whole. So let's check. It's not. The problem is like here. Yeah, because of the holes right here, could be remeshing not properly. It's inner stuff, so it could be ugly. After I done my model, so it's like everything goes outside, it looks good, but while you're doing it, you see the ugly stuff, like, I don't know, like this, or maybe, oh, don't have a shoulder or whatever. And after everything is done, it looks good. So the inner mesh is okay, I hope. Maybe mesh it first. Okay, right now it's good. So join, scale, so we'll mesh again. Yeah, and now we're ready to do something with the code. I just get rid of hands right here, because it'd be easy to see what's going on. I don't know, we're doing these monopoles models, and we had a survey, we made a survey, what do you think about monopoles models? Is it easy to paint a build kit, or monopoles is good for you? And for painting also. I tried painting myself some monopoles models, it was okay, but not very comfortable in poses like this, so you just can't get your brush right. I don't know, maybe you need to press this button to paint this button, but how? If you have these hands here, right here, would be very difficult not to mess up everything. But I don't know, people said that monopoles models are cool too. Okay, I think it's not very comfortable for painting. Not so comfortable for painting like as a build kit stuff. So maybe in a build kit, if it was like this, it would be very easy to paint. But when it goes like this, no. What do you think, guys? Oh, I left some dummy mesh here. Go away. Yeah, it's a point. Just to customize everything. If you don't want customize, just go for Games Workshop kits, and they don't have very much custom. They don't really customizable. And you go for 3D printing for real hobby. When you have a Sony miniature, you can change everything, like kit bashing from the different kits. You could also do this with the Games Workshop stuff, but 3D print stuff is much more versatile. For me, it's amazing in the hobby. It's like a mirroring of you. This little guy, I don't know. Maybe you notice that every guy's army is just a little part of this guy too. So, I mean, the guy that played Death Guard is always the guy who, I don't know, have decent features. Maybe don't have these features, but wanted to have some features too, like if you play like aggressive army of world eaters, or maybe board bears, some aggressive stuff. Maybe in life you're a good guy, you're just the nicest guy in the world, but when you get to your hobby, you're doing just this man with the horns and bloody weapons and whatever. With big axes. It's funny. It's like in the music too. Also, our topic for today is AI. What do you guys think about AI? Not a particular, in particular way, in art. What do you think about AI usage in hobby and in art? And when guys try to sell something like this, it's a hot topic right now, and I have a lot to say about it to discuss also. Oh man, yeah. It can be good. Yeah, really. While working on something, maybe you're planning your vacation, or you go for, don't know, maybe for groceries, and you need some, I don't know, repair some stuff, and just asking it for this kind of thing. But when it goes to art, what the man? It's for now. It's I don't know. The developing of AI stuff is for now not so advanced. Well, and AI stuff looks like as you said in the comments, it looks bad. And when people try to sell it, and people buy it, I don't know, man. It's the cringiest stuff I saw in my life. But in the other media, like music and movie, it's also the same things going on. Look at the charts of Spotify. It's a mess. People are listening to songs about what the fishing is good, and I like fishing, and that's what. Oh, this sounds. And the miniatures. It's like. I think you don't have the right to take money for something you do with usage of AI. If you use AI, just go it for free. It's it's just not working like this. You just can't sell things that you uh it's zero works there. So if it's zero work, why are you charging money? Yeah, slap is bad. But it's our reality now. And the community of artists too, it's divided. Some artists use it and say it's a good instrument for that, maybe, but it's just stealing things from other people and give it to you. Yeah, you can say that doing something new is just stealing some parts of different on different works or previous of you and making something new, working like a AI by yourself. Every artist can say you that he stole something from the other artists. It's okay, but when you do it by your hands and not giving it to AI to steal something. So in Taiga Studio we decided that we don't use AI in everything that is touches art. So 2D arts, concept arts, 3D models, our terrain, all stuff that is can be called an art. There is no way there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, for the points replacing people out of the jobs, I think it's kinda like a previous century when the big fabrics goes, the big machines, and the people think that there's the end of a man. But it's not. Maybe it's morphine. And for now, yeah, it's flooded with a slop and whatever. But with time, I think it's like crystallizing. So you see the real people's work more often. Be I don't know how to say. Mm, let me think. It's that kind of thing when uh, everything on the internet, like now, is flooded with a slop, but people now more attracted to the real people stuff. I think like that. After people just, I don't know, tired of the thing more because the slop music and whatever, it will be here forever for right now. And after some time, people who really need something emotional, something real, maybe with mistakes, with I don't know, some uncertainties and unpredictable stuff like people do. Like the main scene of people is unpredictable and mistakes. People, human is a big mistake, and everything he makes, he made a mistakes too, and it's a good stuff. It's not mistakes that bad, and that will bring to people's work some emotion, some kind of feel of it. Also I have this feeling while watching something AI made. It like feels like that. It's so, I don't know, polished, so cold maybe, but you never guess that the man touched this. And you see these. It's a lot of lots of mistakes here, but it has a character. And I put a work in it. Put my life hours. Time. Time is everything we have. Most expensive thing in the world. So bring when I take inspiration from each other, they're doing it with a cultural context. Yeah, of course. The choice where it takes to that inspiration say something. They copy parts of people's work that concept has message missing. Yeah. Yeah. Very wise. Exactly. So, oh my god, we don't have so many places to put the wrinkles, or they'll be too small. So we just do it like this. Oh, maybe do that stuff. the inclusion stuff to make paint the job afterwards. Like this. So in Daka we don't use it. We use it in stuff like Google Tables, like scheduling something, just like that. Everything that touches the art, everything including names. I do names for the all models of Daka by myself. So we don't use AI, especially for this too. All texts, all names of the models, all 2D stuff, 2D stuff, everything. So this is a good way, I think, to do models nowadays. Notice some wrinkles go off. When you're doing wrinkles, it's always like you're mentioning some little stuff and fixing it is could be a great amount of time. Only because of fixing stuff. We're doing wrinkles. So this right here. I also have a story from the previous days. For a couple of weeks, for now, we search for concept art. Concept artist, yeah, and we had to, I don't know, we searched for 2 weeks, and there's a lot of people to have come, and there was a lot of AI stuff. We just mentioned it in our card, so we don't need AI stuff at all. Don't use it. And people come to us and give their portfolio and a lot of AI stuff. Also, they said that they hate it, they don't want to use it, but in the portfolio you see that thing. And the funniest thing, and then one guy, his age was 37, I think. He was 37 years old, and he said that he is a very experienced 2D artist, and had worked with many game studios. And he reached us and gave portfolio. Portfolio was good. Yeah, it was made by his hand. And after that, we gave him a test work, so he could make some little sketch. So we see that his portfolio is true, and he brings so sloppy AI stuff and said it's my work. Also, he passed to us a PSD file, Photoshop file, and we and we saw that in the layers that was layers of diffusion, and we said, wow, this guy just didn't renamed it and said it was all his work. And we saw these layers, the stable diffusion layers. What the man, really? So in the 2D world, it's a real war right now. 3D is kind of tricky for the eye. It's not so much right now, but still. And the 2D world, it's a mess. It's a real war. Also, crucial thing that game studios and people with big money are using it. And the people who just maybe don't want to use it, they're forced to do that by the companies because they think it's cheaper, so it's better. Cheaper, not always better. Pretty often it's cheaper, it's shitter. So, I don't know. This race for wealth and for money, it draws us to, I don't know, just very very dark places. Grim dark future, guys. Yeah. Yeah, but maybe in programming it could be a good partner, maybe, to do some dull stuff that you just copying something and whatever. Maybe it could help. I'm not very familiar with the programming. Maybe it's more like art. I don't know. It depends on the man who's programming. The code is okay. It's all about money, guys. It's money race. So if company need more, but I don't know. Maybe it's like a bubble, like a .com bubble in the early 20s. Maybe not. We'll see. But in art, I don't think many things change. Like the traditional art is still here, traditional music is still here, paintings is still here after the photography invented. So, I don't know. Traditional instruments are still, instruments like guitar are still here. But we have a lot of electronic instruments right now. We don't need instruments at all. But people play it. Oh my. Because you said, yeah, we have all these problems with our software and Windows stuff just because of this. So, oh no, not joining, just... Again, to make our core. It's mess right here. No, it will be seen. Main thing for the good print, watertight. as I already said, it's maybe watertight, and absence of I don't know, like scene lawn stuff like antennas and whatever. You see, an antenna right here is quite a sick stuff, and his fingers that all attached to the gun, as you see. So all attached. So every detail must be attached, and after the remission it must be watertight. So if you what do you mean watertight? If you imagine that your model is a bubble, and you can just put a straw in it and put a air in it, or just fill it with water, and it become a bubble. So it don't have holes. So that means watertight models. And while I'm sculpting, I'm trying to just it overlaps everything. So everything must overlap everything. So after that, you have the good watertight mesh after the meshing. But it's not always noticeable, like here maybe. It's not good, I just need to increase my like this. Or let's say maybe a hole like here or like here, whatever. It's a good way to check it after the remesh. You just go to Blender again and go to the X-ray mode and search for this, I don't know, these catchers, the straps on your model. Main thing is watertight. So while you're modeling, you just stick things to each other tightly. There must be no holes like these. So you need to prevent something like this, or maybe I don't know. It's kind of tight right here, or maybe like this stuff. It's a bad thing for the 3D printing. It would be, I don't know, very fragile. Also, this type of workflow, it gives the model its hardness. It's so after the table falling or whatever, nothing will break. So that's the main themes for the 3D stuff. So, for me, it's in general for 3D sculpting and miniature, and for miniatures also is details. Details is is a big pain for many sculptors who came from the game industry, computer game industry. They come into miniatures and make this over realistic stuff on the quite a small scale. It looks horrible, and it looks horrible. No, it also paints horrible. On the table it looks like I don't know, not appropriate thing, because game miniature have its own style. This detalization, these proportions, it's all for tabletop. So you're looking for you're looking at a mini from the distance, from a decent distance for this little stuff. It must be very noticeable. Let's see this guy, this one. His pose, his legs, very noticeable. His gun, like with the arm with a grenade. It's still noticeable, no matter the distance I have. So I see this is a guy with his 2 legs. This could be messed up with his arm, but no. I see this gun here, his head. This grenade is hand. So even from this distance, so it's a good model. And everything we see here is just silhouettes, nothing else. Proportions and silhouettes. And silhouettes is a king of models. So this small stuff, yeah, it's funny. So some rivets, pins, buttons, I don't know, maybe this stuff, plates, but it's not very very important for the model. The most important thing is COS. Yeah, so and while searching on MMF, you could clearly see what the sculptor knows what he's doing. All sculptors no ways in the miniature. Maybe he's a good sculptor as this, but in UB in a miniature sculpting, while he's doing this complicated stuff like a lot of folds, little folds, like tiny stuff, adding tiny details, uh, and not doing poses very, I don't know, emotional. The poses become, I don't know, very stiff. They just stuff like this or whatever, like this. I don't know, very stiff. And you notice in a second that, man, it may be a good sculptor, but not a good miniature sculptor. So we finish with the code. I think we'll be okay. Be careful here. Yeah, thank you for coming. So for now, I don't know. Maybe we ask. I'll ask the questions that were left by the guys who can attend the stream online. So a few questions. There was a few questions. Maybe we answered this earlier. So let's check. There's a few questions. Have you looked at sculpting plain sharks for kid bashing with a set of beats? There is a Fable Frog pattern right now, and just subscribe and you get it in a time, I think. I don't participate in this project by myself, but I surely can say that it will be maybe some build kit stuff, some plain sharks, of course. I think, yeah. And next question, how did you get into digital sculpting? I already said about it. Just tried and got very passionate with it. and advice? What advice would you give to aspiring artists? Just go for it. Just try. Try everything. And if you think you have some money to make a shortcut, take some courses. It will bring your work to the next level, of course, if you work hard. Next, have you done any modeling for printing? So for prints designed for FDM before? Since like tanks, stuff could take to that very well. Yeah, I designed a lot of tanks already. At first I was modeling more vehicles and terrain, and I do characters for maybe 2 years right now. Before this, I have done a lot of tanks and vehicles. And we talked about FDM earlier, that right now FDM models are made a huge step forward in details, in speed of printing. in the materials. So it's not really something special for FDM or distinct from SOA, SOA. So there's no modeling, special modeling tips for FDM designs. What model I'm most proud of? Interesting. Maybe it's the stuff I'm doing right now. I'm always not very, I don't know, not very happy with the models I made earlier. Because after some time, you're watching this and you think, what the mess, what have I done in that period of time? So when you do a lot of sculpting, you progressing. It's and after time, you looking at your models and you see mistakes right here, right there, and I can't say I'm proud of something I made earlier. I just try to do something better every time, trying hard, and the most proud of it is Doomsday Division right now, and Doomsday Division stuff. Cool guys. Previously, I was proud of Mechanicus AdMech proxies that I made earlier. They were fun to make too. So everything that I'm doing right now is a good stuff. Everything I worked before seems for me could do better. So maybe, I don't know, that's all for today. There's not much people here, but we had a good conversation, I think, and discussed a lot of interesting stuff. So bad for them, they're not here. Maybe if we're doing it scheduled and every month, every, I don't know, couple of weeks, there will be more people here. So we will check. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you. So thank you for coming. Goodbye, guys.